So about a week ago, a trailer for Marvel Rivals was released, and it kind of popped off a bit and had people reacting to it and talking about it. It was immediately compared to Overwatch because apparently if the Hulk jumps and smashes stuff, then he's a Winston clone. And if Iron Man flies and shoots stuff, then he is a Pharah. I found it interesting that it drew that sort of comparison because my mind immediately compared it to like a Smite arena mode or something without creeps. Regardless, I'd argue it doesn't really matter what it's compared to, it just needs to be its own entity. It needs its own style and feel and its own hook. And until we see some gameplay in the flesh, this trailer is all we've got, and I do not think it's an accurate representation of the actual gameplay. This slow-moving trailer is more meant to just kind of show off the art style, some of the characters, the overall concept of the game, and hopefully not the actual combat because it looks pretty dry. If engagements are composed of the Hulk ignoring some weak attacks from Loki and then basically two-tapping another character, we have a problem. Of course, I think this was all just a showcase, like I said earlier, and that the actual game will have a lot more speed and counterplay and won't appear to be so robotic. Movement is a critical part of any PvP arena game, and it has to be fluent and dynamic. The trailer makes it seem incredibly easy to hit anyone and anything, but given the fact that these are superheroes, I don't see this as being the final product. If it really is an Overwatch clone, then I expect a lot more speed and intensity in the actual game. Moving on from that point, I want to emphasize that I'm a big fan of Marvel Rivals' art style and the character models. They aren't childish and they aren't too over the top. They look clean and mature, and it's definitely the sort of vibe that I prefer. The map shown looks alright, there isn't a crazy amount of detail in anything really, but as long as its layout is designed right, I don't care too much about the aesthetics. This is a game focused on its characters and the fantasy of playing as your favorite Marvel hero, and nailing that fantasy should be priority number one. I'm not a major Marvel fan in that I can name every little character and I know all the lore. I've never got that deep into it. I grew up with X-Men and had all the action figures, and I know all the major Marvel characters, but that's about as far as my knowledge goes. So I was pleasantly surprised that the trailer featured a lot of other lesser-known characters, and that in general the game appears to be saving some of their big names for future content. Where's Thor? Where's Captain America? Where's Thanos or Wolverine or Cyclops? It's fantastic that they chose to mix in a bunch of the B-tier heroes with the big names. And the trailer literally had me googling, who is Luna Snow? We all know the characters' pipeline for this game is endless given Marvel's insane history, and they're likely saving a lot of the big names for future content, and that's cool. Like, I'm okay with that. It's a smart move and a healthy one for the game's long-term success. To wrap it up, I enjoyed the trailer. I got hyped. I signed up for the alpha. I joined the Discord. I started dreaming up who I want to play or who I want added to the game. Marvel Rivals is definitely on my radar, and I'm eager to get my hands on it and start playing. This game could be a dream come true for a lot of fans, and I'm rooting for the devs to make it happen. Anyway, short and sweet video as always. Thanks for your support, guys. Check out Marvel Rivals if you haven't already, and thanks for watching. Take care.